enjoy your Zoa. Oh, no applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Woo, my Lord Jesus. Hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition a Brainley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all of you here in the building. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, count them, 9 destinations for y'all this evening. I'm going to kick it off with Billy Bush. He has made a huge announcement about his career. We'll get into that. Speaking of Universal, let's talk about NBC Universal, because as you know, they spun off their cable networks and now they have a new name for the company. It used to be called Spinco, but now it has a new name and some more intel on that. We'll talk about that. Stephen A. Smith is going to be in a new episode of Law and Order. He did an interview with Deadline.com. We'll get into that. Roku bought a streamer, and I'm going to show you the media move that they did live, of course. Sinners, this movie is biting anyone and everyone, okay? And there's a huge update on a particular town that's going to be able to see the film. Michael Strahan, who you saw in that GMA promo there, is doing something big in the sports world. A very sentimental thing in the sports world for sure. Elon Musk is actually asking for help. I'll tell you how. Tamar Braxton has a new hosting gig, and then shout out to Michelle ATLien for this last destination round, because it was going to be 8, but this one made it 9. There's an update about Kenya Moore's hair spa. Child, we got 9 destinations for you. Higher is weighing, low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see the virtual tour background. Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music. Yes, you do. And then there is me. By the way, everybody, tonight we are going to do a special edition of Brainley's virtual tour live, because I saw something just going through my Google app. By the way, if you're looking for stories to report on, your Google app is a curated news feed. It's great. And I just happened to find this one story, and I hinted at it in a virtual tour live, but I've never done a deep dive live on it. We're going to do that tonight at 8:30, so be here for that. But with that being said, let's get to our 9 destinations, because we do have a lot to get through and a lot to talk about. So here the first destination here from Deadline.com. Billy Bush leaving Extra after 5 seasons as host here. It's official when syndicated entertainment news series Extra returns for a 32nd season next fall. It will have a new host. Billy just announced on his Hot Mics podcast that he indeed will be departing the half-hour news magazine after 5 seasons. He will stay on as host throughout the remainder of the current 31st season. After an amazing 5 years hosting Extra, I'm moving on to continue building out my Hot Mics digital platform, Bush told listeners Monday. We have experienced unprecedented growth rather in a short period of time here on the show, and I find myself hungrier and more stimulated than at any point in my professional career. Extra is culturally iconic. If I had a dollar for every time someone hollered extra to me at the airport or something, I'd buy Warner Brothers. He continued. It's been a tremendous honor and privilege to front the show. We were there for each other at this pivotal time in 2019. I'm proud of it. Now it's time to build something of my own. I'm forever grateful to the amazing staff at Extra, the executives at Warner Bros. For this awesome chapter of my life. I mean every word of that. I've had a tremendous run, he concluded. With Bush making his final decision, a search will be launched for his successor. I'm sure it won't be a job posting. Warner Brothers Telepictures. The Hour program from Telepictures Productions was recently renewed by the Fox TV stations, which has been the daily news magazine's anchor station group for the past 6 seasons. We are so grateful to Billy for 5 standout seasons with Extra. His dedication, experience, and sharp reporter, just a few of the meaningful contributions he made on the show and with audiences alike, said Lauren Blinko, Senior Vice President, current program at Telepictures. We thank him for the role he has played in shaping this chapter of Extra. We wish him continued success in what's ahead. Helmed by veteran producers Teresa Colfo and Jerry Spiegel, Extra is produced by Telepictures in association with Warner Brothers. is the consummate broadcaster, a brilliant interviewer, and a force of nature. Rufino and Spiegel said, "We are grateful for his contributions to Extra. We will miss him, and we look forward to seeing his next chapter." Bush, who has been the host of Extra since 2019, has been nominated for a Daytime Emmy during each of his seasons on the show. He was the first entertainment news magazine genre to report on the ground from London following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. More recently, he was in the field covering the devastating LA fires daily. So 3 comments here. Funny guy. He will be missed. Billy Bush will be missed. I like his sarcasm and easy way. I really had a feeling that he would be going soon because there was something lacking in some of his interviews. I hope they're not going to replace him with one of these teenagers or people who seem like they're teenagers. I can't take them anymore. I want someone who's reliable, remember something in the past, and is fun. The talking heads children are today. The talking heads today are children who know nothing about nothing. So I'm really going to miss him. Somehow I have the feeling Mario's going to wind up coming back because he was off the show that he does in the afternoon and has been here and there. And that's usually when they're interviewing for other shows. Let's bring someone back like a Katie Couric. Katie Couric? You want Katie Couric to anchor Extra? Oh, my Lord, CC. Okay, Chad. Or something like that. It would be fun. Someone who knows a little bit about the past and has some knowledge and is a fun person. Although I know it's not happening now, good luck to you, Billy. You've had some year between your divorce and the situation here, because I'm not 100% sure that this is what you wanted. I think they may put you in this position or an opposition. So good luck to you and your endeavors. And then the douchebag never should have been brought back in the first place. He won't be missed. Well, obviously, JP Roush, he was on there for 5 seasons, so obviously the audience liked him. I think that, when Extra went to the being inside the newsroom and stuff, I think that's when Extra fell off for me because, like I said before, Extra was live from Universal Studios Hollywood. Before that, they were from the Grove. So to me, what I think they should do is either go back to Universal Studios Hollywood, because there is the back lot there, or you can go back to the Grove. And truly, you know what? You can go to Ovation Hollywood. That will probably be good. The Hollywood Highlands Center, that's probably the best place because you have a little bit of everything there. Let me see. Hollywood and Highland. There we go. It's now called Ovation, but that's what it used to be called. Because there is a TV studio. That's where On Air with Ryan Seacrest was for a very long time. It was literally in the heart of Hollywood. So this is Ovation Hollywood. So let's see here. So you got Dine. So you got all these places here, right? You got all these places. So I think, for me, and not to mention Lucky Strike, which is an amazing bowling company there. You got Johnny Rockets, you got Oakberry, you got Window Burgers. I thought you had Dave & Buster's. You got Hard Rock Cafe. Yep, Dave & Buster's, Hard Rock Cafe. So you got plenty of dining. Shopping, of course. So you got all these shops right here, which you can probably take any celebrity into any of those stores and do an interview within those stores. And then, of course, entertainment. You got you got the Japan House LA. You got Player VR World. You got the Chinese, the TCL Chinese 6 theaters. So there's a way to do that from Ovation Hollywood. And then you can keep the digital newsroom for, your YouTube channel, which you guys have never went live from. I think the last time you went live was 3 years ago or 6 years ago. Either way, it's been a long time. So keep the newsroom, but make that for your YouTube channel and for on-demand content for your fast channels, and then bring it back in the middle of a live audience. I think that's what made Extra for me. So yes, indeed there. All right, y'all. More Brain Leads Virtual Tour Live coming up right from space right here and right now. CNBC Comcast cable spinoff to be named Versant, picked to emphasize corporate versatility. Comcast is spinning off most of its NBC Universal cable network portfolio, including USA, MSNBC, and CNBC. The company chose the name Versant, not intended to be consumer-facing, to emphasize its role as a house of brands. Versant will push an investor narrative of growth through digital properties and strategic acquisitions that go beyond pure media. Comcast spinoff of the majority of its NBC Universal cable network portfolio will be named Versant, the company said Tuesday, ending a months-long process to select a new corporate moniker. The new company chose Versant, pronounced like the root of the word conversant, to emphasize its versatility and familiarity with multiple subjects. According to Chief Executive Officer Mark Lazarus, who spoke in an interview, Versant, which has been called SpinCo until a permanent name was chosen, will own cable networks including USA Network, CNBC, MSNBC, Oxygen, E, Sci-Fi, the Golf Channel. It will also house digital assets, Fandango, Rotten Tomatoes, Golf Now, Golf Pass, and Sports Engine. The rest of Comcast NBC Universal portfolio, including the broadcast network, Peacock streaming service, Universal Studios, the theme parks, and Bravo, will remain with Comcast. The new name isn't meant to be consumer-facing. Lazarus said he wants Versant to be viewed as a house of brands, with each asset interacting with users rather than the corporate holding entity. So that's the logo right there, Versant. We are going to focus on the individual brands we have, not the corporate name. Lazarus said this is a holding company name. It's going to be used for business purposes. Versant is on track to be spun out from Comcast before the end of 2025. Lazarus confirmed the assets held by the new company generated about $7 billion in revenue last year. The company's emphasis on versatility is notable given the rapidly changing media ecosystem. Lazarus will need to build a Wall Street growth narrative for investors once the company starts trading publicly. That will include making acquisitions to build on the company's core. Some of those transactions may step outside pure media plays, he said. Lazarus cited the Golf Channel's acquisition of Golf Now, a tea time reservation company, as an example of how brands can move beyond linear TV and streaming to build profitable businesses. Most people don't know that Golf Now is even a part of our company, Lazarus said. We're not going to be purely a collection of linear and digital media assets. So this is the CEO here, Mark Lazarus, right here. For a brand such as CNBC, that may include acquiring personal finance or fintech platforms, Lazarus said. For MSNBC, Lazarus said he's already had some preliminary conversations about potentially buying podcasts that cater to Democrats. He noted that if the new company were to make such an acquisition, the plan wouldn't be to put that program on air for MSNBC, but to have it operate as a separate business unit, use the cable network as a marketing funnel. Versant will not be launching its own streaming service, Lazarus brand. Instead, it will rely on brands to develop their own digital strategies. About 20% of the company's digital revenue is already digital, Lazarus said. Versant is also likely to return money to shareholders via a dividend, CNBC reported in November. One strategy the company isn't likely to pursue is to acquire a group of cable networks. Lazarus said he has little interest in accumulating more debt attached to low growth assets. If a cable network also had associated businesses that had better growth prospects, that could be more appealing on a case-by-case basis. He said Versant is also unlikely to acquire TV station groups in the current regulatory environment, Lazarus said. Federal Communications Commission Chairman Brendan Carr told CNBC Sarah Ellison on Monday that national news media companies, including NBC, are exercising more and more control on local TV stations, which he said is not a good thing for the country. Okay, child, I guess. Selecting Versant, Comcast relied on marketing employees from each of SpinCo's brands to help decide on a name. Meetings began in late December, according to people familiar with the process. After a few weeks, the company had more than 1,000 potential names. Employees were told to focus on names that drew upon New York cable television passing references to 30 Rockefeller Center. NBC's Universal headquarters said the names were then filtered for legal and trademark infringement issues, potential problems such as a word's definition in various languages. Comcast also hired 3 marketing agencies to help generate names and cull the list. Lawyers passed through just 43 of the initial names. Lazarus said that list was shortened to a dozen finalists, which were then each presented to the decide committee. Lazarus and his marketing team chose first in the past few weeks. The word means a region of land sloping in one general direction, according to some references. Lazarus joked that an uphill slope reminded him of rising stock price. I think that's it there. Disclosure: Comcast is the parent company of NBC Universal, which owns CNBC. Universal will become the new parent company of CNBC under the proposed spinoff. So, what do I think about this story? It's giving me Verizon when they named their media company Oath, and nobody really understood what it was. I guess Versant kind of makes sense. If I had to come up with a name for this new spinoff company, I'm trying to think, because they want it in New York. I gotta think, man, because that's kind of hard. Create equancy. So that's create and frequency. So create equancy. That's what I would call create equancy. Because think about it, all these networks have the frequency of all these networks have a different frequency of creating content. So create equancy. That would be my name for it, but that's what the name is going to be, Versant Child. Okay. Good luck with that, NBC Universal, for sure. All right, y'all. More Bring These Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here and right now. Deadline.com. Stephen A. Smith on Law and Order role, being president of the United States or next Joe Rogan. Shannon Sharp scandal and just getting started. So here he is here. Possibly the businessman in media right now. Stephen A. Smith, by his own admission, doesn't run from any subject. The First Take host is taking that attitude to Law and Order this week. According to the log line for Thursday's Law and Order episode, Tough Love, a tough love sports agent is found stabbed to death, leaving the squad with a trail of suspects who wanted him gone, despite a wealth of evidence. Prince and Marion worry that a lack of motive will take their case. I'll let you guess who plays that tough love sports agent in the 21st episode of the 24th season of the Dick Wolf created series. Let's see here. Calling Law and Order, one of my all-time favorite shows, the never short of an opinion or offering insight. Smith says his time on the NBC legal drama was incredible. Of course, being Stephen A. Smith, there was a lot more to discuss too, though sadly we didn't get to talk about the success of the New York Knicks so far in the NBA playoffs. So let's see here. First Take, Stephen A. Smith is powered by blue and orange skies this morning.
What's up, y'all? Barkley, turn that damn volume down. You see my man? They go New York, go. They just see Jalen Brunson. They just see OG Anunoby. They just see Mikal Bridges with the Steelers head. This is what we're talking about, baby. Are in the blue sky. That's what it's all about. The New York Knicks are in the house. The champions are reeling. They got to answer the call for game 2. Then they got to come to the Garden, and we'll be waiting for them. This is what it's all about right here. First Takes in the house. Go New York, go New York, go! Woo!
One thing to know and two things for sure. Stephen A. Smith knows how to captivate an audience. I think we can all give him that credit. These presidential runs, the definition of personal success, the sex crime allegations against First Take regular Shannon Sharp, and yes, more Law and Order was all on the table for our conversation. Deadline, you are one of the busiest men in media at the best of times and the worst of times. Now you are a dead by a law order. So let me ask you, are you really running for president? Stephen A. Smith says, I have no intentions of doing so. I'm leaving my options open, but in the same breath, I have no desire to be a politician at all. I live a pretty good life. I just signed a new contract for ESPN. I'm acting on General Hospital now. I'm acting on Law and Order. My life is pretty damn good. Why would I ruin it by being a politician? So that's my initial response. But in the end, you never know what God has planned for you. So you just leave your options open. And that's what I'm doing. To that end, let's talk about what the good Lord has planned here with you on Law and Order this week. Obviously, over the last few decades, playing a dead by on Law and Order has been a highlight for many a high-profile individual. Not going to give away what happened in the episode, but how was this for you? It was an incredible experience. I did some acting before I was that dead by, so it's not like I just show up as a dead by. I actually have to see where I do some acting, and to have the opportunity to do it on one of my all-time favorite shows is an honor beyond comprehension. Really, to be quite honest with you, I was excited when they called me. I was excited to be a part of it, and more importantly than that, I'm excited because there are plenty of times where somebody's been a dead by on Law and Order and they come back as a different character at a later date, something more extensive. But to be quite honest, I'm hoping that happens for me as well, because the experience was absolutely wonderful. So here is Stephen A. Smith right here. This guy is Strahan Thompson, Stephen A. Smith as Ted Hunter on Law and Order. With this Law and Order appearance, your podcast, First Take on ESPN, appearing on News Nation's 100 Days of 47 2.0 Town Hall, and more. With everything you have going on in the last week, it's a lot. Do you feel that you're becoming overextended? The reality is it's all within my lane. It's all within my sandbox. Giving social commentary, giving political commentary, giving sports commentary is something I've been doing pretty much all my life. So you know where I extend myself is with the acting, which is something that is recreational for me. It's something that I thoroughly enjoy. I don't even view it as work. I've been very, very blessed and fortunate. I'm in great health. I feel good. I'm enjoying my life. I enjoy what I'm doing. One of the key ingredients to success is when you don't have a job, you have a career. A job is doing something you have to do to sustain yourself or elevate your quality of life. A career is doing what you want to do. It just so happens to be doing those things, and that's how I view everything that I'm doing falls right in line with what I'm doing. So then what's next? Dominic, I have no idea what is next, but I would tell you in terms of what I want. I would love to reappear on Law and Order as a lawyer in the courtroom. I would love to be in the movies with like some of Michael B. Jordan, Denzel Washington. I would love to be in one of the movies directed by one of my buddies, Antoine Fuqua. The great Antoine Fuqua is a personal friend of mine. He is absolutely phenomenal at what he does. Where I would like to be in some by Will Packer, who's another dear friend of mine. People like that. Definitely. Acting has become a true passion for you, clearly. You know, people talk about me as a presidential candidate. Let them talk. But I don't mind giving political commentary. I don't mind giving social commentary. You can talk about me potentially being the next president of the United States, or you can talk about me being the next Joe Rogan, having 20 million subscribers with my own podcast. But that's not going to stop me from doing sports commentary. That's not going to stop me from doing acting. It's not going to stop me from doing the kind of things that I thoroughly enjoy doing, that I believe complements the kind of things I've been doing on my day job and my career. Because last time I checked, I'm not going anywhere. I'm 57 years old. I feel like I'm just getting started. To that end, you will often go places many commentators in America won't. For instance, back in late April, you spoke on the Stephen A. Smith show about the allegations of rape and more against Shannon Sharpe. I didn't speak about the legal issue, no. Indeed, to the point what you did speak about is you said I could not speak about this legal issue. You spoke about the man you know, like you had previously about Jay-Z, when he was accused of sexual assault in a now dismissed case. That was what was very important. That was my whole point. You have to know what to say, what not to say. I think it's important to recognize this. I've been a professional broadcaster for over 25 years. I've been a professional journalist for over 30 years. So I'm not one that runs from the subject, but because how hypocritical would that be? How do you mean? I sit in a seat where people are on a hot seat being questioned by me on a daily basis. What right do I have to put people under that kind of microscope and then run from it myself? That doesn't mean I have to sit That doesn't mean I have to sit up there and be completely open about everything. I'm not lying to anybody, but every truth isn't meant to be told. There are certain things, like as it pertains to legal issues and stuff like that, I can't speak on when it comes to Sharon or anyone else for that matter. But the point I'm making is I'm not running away from any subject. I'm not running away from any smoke, as they say, because I'm usually the one creating it. So when the opportunity arises for someone else to bring smoke in my direction, that's the last thing I'm going to do is hide it. It's not. I would say that is part of what makes you so unique in American culture right now, responsibility on all levels. That's how I view life. I'm on a high right now, but I expect this high to last for a very, very long time because I've worked my tail off to get to the position I'm in. I don't plan on fading anytime soon. The world is my oyster. Very good interview here from Deadline.com, and shout out to Dominic Patton, who did a great job. I will say this, there's nothing wrong with purposeful expansion, right? To be in a movie with Denzel Washington and Michael B. Jordan, why not? But don't deviate too much from what you do, right? Because you having that platform of First Take allows all the other doors to open, right? So you do have to eventually figure out what you want to do. Steve Harvey was doing 7 shows at one time. And of course, he signed a brand new $100 million 5-year deal with ESPN, which will give him more flexibility. But yeah, we'll see. We will definitely see what is going on with that for sure later on down the line. But congratulations to Stephen A. for sure. All right, y'all. More Brainley's Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here, right now. From Variety.com, Roku to acquire streaming service Friendly TV for $185 million. Q1 revenue jumped 16%. Roku turned in first quarter 2025 earnings that edged out Wall Street forecasts and announced a $185 million deal to buy Friendly TV, a low-cost subscription streaming service that offers live TV, on-demand video, and cloud-based DVR. For the first quarter, Roku total revenue was $1.02 billion, up 16%. Net loss was $27.4 million, or a loss of 19 cents per share, improvement over a net loss of $50.9 million a year ago. Analysis consensus estimates had paid $1.01 billion in revenue and a net loss of 25 cents per share, according to LSEG Data Analytics. Roku's acquisition of Friendly TV is expected to be completed in the second quarter, pending usual closing conditions. The total purchase price is $185 million in cash, which includes $75 million held back that is tied to meeting performance goals and milestones over the next 2 years, according to Roku. Based in Denver, Friendly TV was founded in 2019 and billed itself as the most affordable live TV streaming service. It offers subscribers access to more than 50 live TV channels, including A&E, Hallmark, Channel History, and Lifetime, plus thousands of hours of on-demand content starting at $6.99. Friendly's team, including co-founder and CEO Andy Karofsky, will stay on with Roku after the transaction closes. In addition to Roku devices, Friendly TV will continue to be available on all devices and platforms where it is currently available, including Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, Google TV, Apple TV, Samsung, Vizio, the web, and by Chromecast and Android and iOS mobile devices. Friendly TV's impressive growth and expertise in direct-to-consumer subscription services make it a compelling addition to Roku. Anthony Wood, founder and CEO of Roku, said and announced the deal. This acquisition supports our focus on growing platform revenue and Roku bill subscriptions with a live content offering our users love at an industry-leading price point. Looking ahead, Roku said, while there is more macro uncertainty than normal, we are providing our best outlook based on our current visibility and what we are observing in our business report. Too, it estimates total net revenue will be about $1.07 billion, representing 11% year-over-year growth, and that's just shy of analyst consensus estimates $1.09 billion for the June quarter. While tariff-related impacts to our devices segment remain difficult to predict, we expect devices revenue and gross profit loss to remain consistent with 2024 levels. Wood and Chief Financial Officer Dan Jetta wrote in their Q1 letter to shareholders. We remain vigilant and adaptable as market conditions evolve. While uncertainty remains, we are confident in our strategy and continue to see a path to achieving positive operating income in 2026. In Q1, the company's platform segment, which includes advertising and subscription revenue sharing deals, saw revenue increase 17% to $880 million. Roku's devices revenue was $140 million, up 11%. Cumulative streaming hours across households in the quarter came in at $35.8 billion, So the streaming hours were at 35.8 billion. Good Lord Jesus. I always think of like billions and trillions and zillions in terms of money, not hours, but listen. Up 17% from a year ago. While Q1 results, Roku has stopped reporting quarterly streaming household figures and by extension average revenue per unit to turn the focus to financial metrics. Netflix made a similar change with its own first quarter earnings. Roku reported 89.9 million streaming households as the end of 2024. Roku said it expects to continue to grow streaming households in all our locations, including the United States, where it estimates its media devices are being used in half of broadband households. Last week, Roku unveiled a new series of streaming players. Roku made TVs and updated features, including the addition of a coming soon to theaters row and personalized sports highlights to its interface. Separately, Roku this week was accused of violating child privacy laws in a lawsuit filed by Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel. The company said it strongly disagrees with the allegations with the allegations, the suit, which do not reflect how our services work or our efforts to protect viewer privacy. We plan to challenge these inaccurate claims and look forward to demonstrating our commitment to trust and compliance. Well, what do I think about this story from Roku? First of all, I have to do this. See what I'm about to do in just a minute here. Y'all going to laugh, I promise you. Y'all going to laugh. For all the 90s kids that remember this, okay? Oh my God, y'all.
Coming soon to theaters.
I had to. And by the way, yes, I do know about that, okay? We will talk about that tomorrow, y'all. There is so much going on, but do not worry. We will get to Smokey Robinson tomorrow because, child, there's a lot going on with that. But what do I think about Roku buying Friendly TV? I think it's a good move that, these niche, streaming TV platforms are diversified. I'm not surprised that Roku did this because... Wait for it. I see what you did, Roku. I see what you did. Mm-hmm. Yep. So here it is here. YouTube TV. So you get all these channels here. Top 100 channels get live and local favorites, including sports and news, plus our wide collection of on-demand entertainment. Zero annual contracts or installations. Start watching in minutes. No hidden fees. Say goodbye to hidden costs like box rental fees, DVR fees, broadcast fees, and cancellation fees. Limited DVR space, and you can find more on demand and in our premium add-ons. 6 individual accounts, limited DVR space for all, and 3 simultaneous streams. Watch your favorite compatible devices or unlock unlimited streams. More features plus 4K. So with 4K plus, unlock unlimited simultaneous streams at home, the ability to watch recordings offline, plus a 4K viewing experience on select content. That's $9.99 per month. Try add-ons like All Black, MGM Plus, and Shudder for popular movies, original series. This genre is at month for $1.99. More entertainment with Max Paramount Plus for Showtime and Stars, all in one place for one great price. Entertainment Plus month for $29.99 a month. Live sports with NFL Red Zone with Sports Plus with 13 additional sports networks like NFL Red Zone, NFL Network for $10.99 a month, and then add extra Spanish networks to get your fill of Spanish language favorites and telenovelas, sports for $14.99. So, like I said, this is pretty much going to be Roku TV. Okay, they're going to take Friendly TV and make it Roku TV. I am not surprised by this move. And not to mention, dude, because you have the Roku channel, right? And you have Roku Originals. Now you're going to have Roku TV. It makes a lot of sense, actually, this move. So I'm really not surprised by it at all. So shout out to Roku for that. We're going to take a little commercial break. When we come back, we got Sinners on deck is biting everybody. There's one particular town that has not been bitten by sinners. Not yet. I'll tell you which town. Michael Strahan is doing something big in the sports world. It's a very sentimental move for him. Elon Musk is looking for help. I'll tell you which business needs his help. Tamar Braxton has a new hosting gig, and then Kenya Moore, child. Apparently her hair spa is closed. Yes, you heard me. We'll get to all that and more. We'll take a little commercial break. We'll be back with more from this virtual tour live right after this rolling.
With somebody you have never met before.
We have been chit-chatting for about 5 months. We have been together for 4.5 years now. I'm gonna go meet my man.
I'm just hoping that he likes me in real life.
I've been keeping something from you.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
I'm loving it.
Loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brantley's Virtual Tour Live. Hey, it's Florentine. Good to see you, my friend. I hope all is well with you. Welcome in, everybody. We kicked off the show with Billy Bush. He has announced that he is no longer going to be the anchor of Extra, that entertainment news magazine. So, yeah, I know. So when it comes back for his 32nd season, he will no longer be there. Then we talked about NBC Universal. They're naming their company, let me see here, Versant, which means conversational and versatile. I will call it creator equancy, because all these different cable networks have a frequency of, being creators of content. But hey, that's just me though. Then we talked about Stephen A. Smith. Apparently he is going to be on a new episode of Law and Order, and he got into some of his other ambitions as well. And we just talked about how Roku bought Friendly TV and is going to be basically turning it into Roku TV like YouTube TV is here. So a lot going on here on Brantley's Virtual Tour Live. Let's get to some Sinners news, everybody, because this is very, very big. For those of you who do not know right here. From the Jasmine brand, Sinners is based in Clarksville, Mississippi, but the town does not have a theater, and organizers are now hoping for a screening. And in an update to that, Sinners' special Juneteenth screening coming to Clarksville, Mississippi, where the film is based on. Clarksville, Mississippi, the setting of the blockbuster Sinners has no movie theater, but that's changing soon. The city has been in talks with Warner Brothers. Mayor Chuck Exby tells TMZ, and a special screening is said, who usually drive an hour to Memphis for movies will finally see the film under the stars at the football field of Clarksville High School on Juneteenth. The full day of it may include a panel with stars Michael B. Jordan, Mumi Masako, and director Ryan Coogler. A studio source confirmed that they reached out to Clarksville to make the screening happen. So, and doing it on Juneteenth is so special. I'm so happy Warner Bros. Stepped in to help out, and they get to enjoy the film on the big screen. Outsiders welcome. I feel a road trip coming on. This is great. I also hope this will happen. Love it. Awesome. So there you go. Congratulations to Clarksville, Mississippi for getting that. Shout out to Warner Brothers for, doing the right thing. Sometimes we don't see people doing the right thing in media and otherwise, but Warner Brothers, shout out to you for that. All right, y'all. This is a big one here. Very, very proud of this brother right here, Michael Strahan. Michael Strahan joins billionaire businessman to pursue minority ownership of the New York Giants. Here we go from the Jasmine brand. Michael Strahan is making major moves off the field and possibly back into Giants territory. According to sources close to the deal, the former New York Giants legend has teamed up with billionaire investor Mark Lassery to buy a piece of the team. Reports state that about 10% of the Giants is up for sale, marking it as a minority ownership stake. Tamar and Tish families, longtime owners of the franchise, were reportedly looking to sell to a small group of wealthy individuals and families, not private equity firms. One insider claimed that Strahan's former teammate Elon Musk was in early talks to bid, but ultimately passed due to conflicts with other business ventures. Yes, he has Manning cast and probably a lot of other things going on there. The Giants valued at $7.65 billion. $7.65 billion, good damn, are one of the NFL's most iconic franchises. Even a minority stake could carry some serious weight, especially with a Hall of Famer like Strahan involved. Lazary, who sold his stake in the Milwaukee Bucks in 2023, has reportedly been on a sports investment spree and now has his sights set on the NFL. His firm, Avenue Capital, reportedly manages over $11 billion. And he has raised nearly $450 million for sports-related ventures. Strahan, who spent his entire 15-year career with the Giants and retired after their 2007 Super Bowl win and was inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2014. Now media powerhouse on Good Morning America, Fox NFL Sunday, the $100,000 pyramid as well. Don't play with that. He does a great job on that game show. He clearly is not done making big plays. Absolutely, I am so here for it. I think that this is a great homecoming for him. And not to mention, too, to have somebody in the house, I think that iconic Super Bowl win. So good for Michael Strahan there. We are Strahan fans around here. Fans, we are not of hey, Coach James Hodge, good to see you here. So let me flip the reverse and run it back. So we are fans of Michael Strahan. The fans we are not a part of is this dumb fuck right here, Elon Musk, y'all. This comes to us from Business Insider, courtesy of AOL. Elon Musk X is looking to boost its image with a new hire. Y'all, this is no joke. Elon Musk X is seeking a PR leader to bolster its public image. I'm not joking. Under Musk, the platform's relationship with some advertisers have been fraught. Now, I kind of wonder why. This, I don't know. Could there be a media receipt of Elon Musk doing something to the media? I don't know. I think this might have done it. Maybe I don't know. I don't. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Maybe this.
What was that trip like? And obviously, you know that there's a public perception that, and you're clarifying this now. But there's a public perception that that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself.
Yep.
But go f yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience, advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself. But go f yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
One more time.
Well, let me ask you then.
One more time.
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself. But go f yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
So maybe that might be why. Elon Musk is seeking a PR leader to bolster its public image. Just a thought. Just a thought. Just a thought. You know, far be it for me to give an opinion. But listen, I just thought, you know, maybe we should talk about this, you know. Under Musk, the platform's relationship with some advertisers have been fraught. Musk has also attacked journalists by name. Yes. Help wanted. Twitter is looking for a PR guru to boost its reputation. Since Elon Musk bought the platform, formerly known as Twitter, its relationship with advertisers and reporters has been fraught. Twitter is now looking for a communications leader to help improve its relationship with reporters. Multiple people familiar with the matter told Business Insider. One person who was contacted by a recruiter said the remit was described as helping craft the company's public image. The job has been vacant since David Hernzinger left his role as head of media strategy earlier this year. The person would closely work with CEO Linda Yarciano, who has been trying to rebuild Twitter's ad business. Let me see something real quick, because I want to see if this is a public job posting. If it is, we will go over the qualifications, because I'm a little curious myself with this. Okay, come on, technology. Work with me now, against me, please. Come on now. Y'all give it a moment. It's frozen. If it shuts out, I will be back, y'all. Because I don't know why it's doing the most right now. Oh, now you want to work. Now you want, you know what? Jesus Christ. Oh, my Lord. Okay. I swear to God Almighty, y'all. Okay. I'm going on Twitter's website to see if the careers will show up here. Oh my Lord. Yeah, they got a lot of jobs, y'all. They got a lot of jobs I'm trying to find. Oh my Lord. Yeah, for them to have this many jobs is a problem. It's a real problem I'm trying to find. I guess this is a inside job, I guess. This is not being posted. Hang on, I'm trying to see. Okay, let me see second page. Nope. Okay, so it looks like it is basically an inside job. They have not posted this as a public job, which is quite odd. Let's get back to the article here. Okay. So X is now advertisers, saw an exodus of advertisers rather after Musk acquired it in October 2022. Though there have been some recent signs that the company's ad revenue is turning around. 2023, Musk lashed out advertisers directly, telling those that had stopped spending on the platform to go uck yourself, which you guys heard here. And Twitter is suing 11 advertisers, alleging they collectively conspired to boycott the platform in contravention of antitrust laws. The case is ongoing. On the media front, Musk has attacked journalists by name on the platform. Twitter has also been criticized for loosening moderation and account verification rules and reinstating some banned accounts of provocative figures. Separately, Musk has used the platform to tout MAGA messaging and promote President 47, stirring division among users. In March, Musk said his startup XAI acquired X in an all-stock deal. Twitter has had a revolving door of calm execs in last year. Joe Benarock, a longtime associate of Yassiano's, left in June of last year. Nick Pickles. I wonder if he's related to Tommy Pickles. Joking. Okay. I wonder if somebody in his family has a job at Nickelodeon. Okay, I will stop with the jokes. A legacy Twitter employee who was vice president of global affairs followed him out the door in September. Then Hertzinger, a public relations veteran, came in December and stayed for just 3 months before returning to his former role as president of Haymaker Group. John Stoll, a former Wall Street Journal editor who was hired in January to head up a news and partnerships team, has taken on comm duties while the role has been vacant. In public relations circles, credit Twitter for being self-aware and trying to expand its operation, and say it would take someone with an uncommon sense of adventure to fill such a role. It certainly will be the challenge of a lifetime, one person said. So interesting with this destination route. So what do I think about this? I personally think that, if I got hired, I'm like, well, the first thing you gotta do is fire Elon Musk. That's the first thing you gotta do, because he is the one who is the cancer, who is the toxicity, who is the poisonous gas that is the whole platform, right? So after you do that, then we got to first of all see. We gotta do an external focus group, right? So that might be 3 months of research of, okay, we're going to fly people in. Okay, we're probably going to take them to Universal Land Resort for 3 weeks or maybe 3 months, right? And sit down with them, talk with them about Twitter, what they like, what they don't like, how's the user interface, this, that, the third. Then we gotta go to all the advertisers and say, what will it take for you to spend money on the platform again? So this is going to have to be a social media, extreme makeover social media edition. That's what I would say on that. But child, we'll see who want to take on that project. Just a damn shame. Just a damn shame. All right, y'all. More Brand News Virtual Tour Live coming up from the space right here, right now. By the way, shout out to online.com, celebrating 25 years of being a platform for sure. Tamar Braxton thrills fans with new MTV hosting gig. By the way, this was an exclusive from Essence Magazine. I did my research earlier here, but this is the first article I saw, so my bad. The multi-talented performer takes on relationship deception in a daring new reality series premiering this summer. The comeback we've been waiting for. Reality television is about to get a major shakeup as Tamar Braxton steps into her new role as host of MTV's newest addition to the reality lineup. The Grammy-nominated singer and television personality will lead Caught in the Act Double Life, a spinoff that promises to deliver all the drama, revelations, and emotional moments that viewers crave. Set to premiere on June 3rd, this addition to MTV's Caught in the Act franchise will focus on people who suspect their partners are living secret double lives. Each episode follows Braxton and her investigative team as they uncover hidden truths that could potentially destroy relationships. So is this like Cheetahs? This is pretty much Cheetahs, because usually cheating is a crime, happens every day. All the people I know, and did he The love heart is broken, and the devil is. Now, if we both don't get from Goldstein, while we both lose money, that's how you really know you are a fan of a show, where you can quote the theme song and the end of a show. Okay, listen. More than just another reality show, the premise of Caught in the Act Double Life taps into the universal fears about trust and betrayal when someone suspects their partner is hiding something major. The emotional stakes could be higher. Let's see, is there a trailer of this? It is a trailer of this. Okay. So what I will have to do, y'all give me one moment. I'm gonna be right back. Hang on. Be right back. This is R&B Tamar Braxton. Hey everybody, I'm back. Don't worry, we'll look at the trailer here in just a minute, because we gotta be careful because of copyrighted stuff, right? So into it. Don't make no sense. You post a damn clip to YouTube, want the show to be successful, then you do a damn copyright. Don't make no damn sense. Anyway, what sets this show apart is how it transforms voyeuristic reality TV into something with genuine emotional weight, rather than simply exposing lies for entertainment value. The series explores deeper impact of deception on relationships. Each episode follows a unique story where suspicions lead to investigations. As truths come to light, participants must make difficult decisions about their relationships. The format allows viewers to witness both the investigative process and the emotional aftermath when secrets are revealed. Why Tamar is the perfect host. Braxton brings authenticity and personal experience to her hosting duties. As the youngest member of the famous Braxton family, she is no stranger to life in the spotlight. Her career journey includes chart-topping hits like Love and War and multiple Grammy nominations that showcase her vocal talents. Television audiences know Braxton from her appearances on Braxton Family Values, where she quickly became a fan favorite for her unfiltered personality and quick wit. Her reality TV credentials include making history as the first Black woman to win Celebrity Big Brother in all of the American editions of Big Brother as well, demonstrating her ability to connect with audiences in unscripted formats. What makes Braxton particularly suited for this hosting role is her willingness to be vulnerable about her own relationship experiences. Throughout her public life, she has been open about personal struggles and heartbreaks, creating a foundation of credibility as she guides others through their own relationship revelations. Behind the production curtain, the show comes from Internet Media, with a production team including LaShawn Browning, Donna Edge, Rachel Harris, Aldrin, and Rich Allen. This experienced team aims to create compelling television that resonates emotionally with viewers while delivering the dramatic moments reality TV fans expect. The production balances investigative elements with emotional depth, creating a show that doesn't just expose secrets but examines the human cost of deception. By focusing on real people facing real betrayals, Caught in the Act Double Life elevates beyond typical reality fare. What viewers can expect: each episode follows a similar structure but features unique stories of suspected deception. Participants work with Braxton and her team to investigate their suspicions, ultimately confronting the truth, whatever it may be. The emotional journey takes center stage as participants move from suspicion to confirmation and finally to decisions about their relationships. Some may choose forgiveness, others separation, but all must face difficult truths about their partners and themselves. Braxton serves as both host and emotional guide, helping participants through their discoveries and consider their options. Her own experiences with public relationships make her an empathetic presence during these vulnerable moments. Tamar's career renaissance. This hosting role represents another chapter in Braxton's evolving career. After gaining fame alongside her sisters in the 1990s, she carved out her own path in music and television. Her solo career produced hits that showcase her distinctive voice and emotional depth. Throughout her career shifts, Braxton has maintained her authentic personality, bold, funny, and unapologetically herself. Her willingness to share her personal struggles has created a deep connection with fans who appreciate her honesty. The MTV hosting gig allows Braxton to leverage her natural charisma and relatability in a format that plays to her strengths. As host, she can showcase her ability to connect with people during emotional moments while maintaining the entertainment value viewers expect. Why the show matters. Now, in an era of dating apps, social media facades, and increasingly complex relationships, the concept of double lives feels particularly relevant. The show taps into contemporary anxieties about authenticity and trust in relationships. The series explores important questions. How well can we truly know another person? What secrets are forgivable? How do we rebuild trust after deception? These universal themes make the show relatable even for viewers who haven't experienced such extreme betrayals. By focusing on real people facing real consequences, Caught in the Act Double Life offers more than just entertainment. It provides a window into human psychology and relationship dynamics that continues to fascinate audiences. Must-see television. Mark your calendars for Tuesday, June 3rd at 9/8 Central, only on MTV, when Caught in the Act Double Life premieres on MTV. The combination of compelling stories, emotional revelations, and Braxton's charismatic hosting promises to make this new series a standout addition to the reality television landscape. The show represents a perfect marriage between Braxton's talents and a format that allows for both drama and genuine emotional connections. As participants confront difficult truths about their relationships, viewers will be along for every shocking discovery and heartfelt moment. In a television landscape crowded with reality offerings, Caught in the Act Double Life distinguishes itself by balancing entertainment value with emotional authenticity. With Tamar Braxton at the helm, this new MTV series is poised to become must-see television for reality fans and relationship drama enthusiasts alike. What an article, first of all. Good Lord Jesus. Okay. Rollingout.com. Good on you. You know what? I'm not surprised by this. Tamar is a great host. I remember when she had a contract with East 112th Street Productions and she was going to do her own talk show and game shows, but nothing materialized to that. As you guys know, she was on The Real. She was very pivotal to The Real. A lot of people fell off The Real when Tamar fell off The Real, right? So, you know, Tamar in the hosting world definitely works for sure. So I have the clip, and we're going to do this like this, okay? So I'm going to mute it. Okay, I'm going to. Nope. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to turn it all the way up. Okay, here we go, yeah. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I just want you to prepare yourself. Let's go. I felt like someone you know is hiding a part of who they are.
I'm going through something with my best friend.
She coming home late at night, filthy.
Maybe a whole nother life.
She's big on keeping secrets.
Well, guess what? Me and my team, we're about to get to the bottom of this mess. I want to know the truth. Well, you come to the right girl because I love to crack a case, baby. Join me, Tamar Braxton.
On social media. On his video, it says, inbox me your payment.
He's selling something. And it ain't working.
It just turned into a cemetery.
I've never seen nothing like this in all my years. I think they say, but my team's got to protect the traffic.
Facial recognition is very powerful. That's her.
Why is she writing wrestler?
Blood spell tutorial.
What? She don't look like her. I deserve this. Everybody calm down. They don't want it with me.
Oh!
I talk a lot.
I want to know you lying. This was for personal bank account. Let's click it.
That was a beautiful.
Oh my God.
We got to see this to the end. You ready?
Woo!
New series premieres Tuesday. Watch on your TV.
Child, Tamar motherfucking Braxton. Child, you got some. Listen, I might review this shit. Because that was good. That wasn't just good. That was good. It wasn't just good. That was good. That was some fire. Okay? That show, ladies and gentlemen, okay, will be premiering on Tuesday, June 3rd at 9/8 Central on MTV. Well done to Tamar Braxton, okay, and her team. And also, too, shout out to Antoinette Mia and that amazing production team of Blanche Browning, Donna Edge, Rachel, Paris Baldwin, and Rich Allen. Shout out to y'all. That looks good, okay? Tamar, you might have something there, child. Actually, you do. All right, y'all. Finally, our final destination for this evening. Hang on. Let me see if I can do this right. Here we go. Come on, you guys. Come on, you know what I'm saying?
Repairing the Krabby Patty.
Here it is, y'all. From the U.S. Sun. Can you believe it? Very nicely done, U.S. Sun, by the way. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore's hair spa in Atlanta appears abandoned with no stylist or clients after she is fired from the show. Okay, so let me reverse this here. Okay, so here's the outside of the Kenya Moore hair spa. Now, a shout out to Michelle ATLien, because that's how I saw Lou saw it 25 minutes ago. I saw a community post from Michelle ATLien before I went out before. So here's the inside. You know, the words of Big Luther, not Lil Luther. A house is not a home. My Lord Jesus. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I mean, it looks like nobody at all. Whew. Lock on the door. Lock on the door. Lock on the door. And it looks like Thursday, Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So what, y'all don't do Monday through Wednesday? Because people need their hair done Monday through Wednesday too, but okay. So that's the video there. Let's get into it. Kenya Moore's Atlanta hair salon seems to be abandoned without stylists or clients, the U.S. Sun can exclusively report. Though former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya 54 made a big splash for the opening of her Kenya Moore hair spa in June of 2024, or in June 2024 rather, the space no longer appears to be in regular operation. Right here, these are the pictures here. Okay, let me zoom out there. So that's the outside. That was Kenya doing what she did there for client. There is the Revenge P right there. There's the cast losing their rabbit ass minds. Britt Edie there. That's a beautiful picture of Britt, by the way. Here's Kenya Moore posing in front of her hair spa before the grand opening last June. Kenya's store was totally locked up for 2 days earlier this month. And she revealed the images to defend herself from Brit. And you tore yourself out of a job too. On April 30th and May 1st, the Kenya Moore hair spa was locked up and no stylists, clients, or administrators entered or exited all day. So here is more there. According to a sign, on the door of the Ritzy Purple Theme Salon, the hours of operation are Thursday and Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It also says open by appointment Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so open by appointment. My bad. Hashtag my bad. On Wednesday, April 30th, there were no appointments and no stylists, clients, or administrators entered or exited the salon all day. The following day, Thursday, May 1st, the salon was expected to be totally open to both scheduled clients and walk-ins. However, there was not a single person present at the spa all day, and the doors were locked. I have to do this, y'all. I am so sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to do it. I am so sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. Marvin, what do you have to say about Kenya Moore's doors being closed? What do you guys say about it?
I said close them doors.
Oh, there it is.
Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000.
Kenya's going there a lot more than $40,000.
Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20.
Now, Kenya, I did not know Marvin Sapp was a part of you trying to keep your hair salon open, your hair spa open. I guess that's why the doors were closed, y'all. Anyway, in addition, there were no products present in the storefront and drawers appeared to be cleaned out. It looks like no one worked there at all. One eyewitness said the signature purple and pink flowers, velvet couches, and white leather salon chairs were visible from outside the glass doors and windows, but no signs of any activity were present inside. Open or not, Kenya Moore's hair spa's Instagram page still posts photos of women receiving treatments and Kenya herself washing women's hair. In one video posted on April 18th, you never know who might pop out at the Kenya Moore hair spa, she wrote. Link in bio to book on StyleSeat.com. Stylist named Mo claims to be open for bookings on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, with many time slots still available as soon as today, May 6th. A representative for Kenya has not immediately responded to the U.S. Sun's call for comment. Kenya fired. Kenya was infamously fired from Roa last June after a shocking incident at her hair spa's grand opening party. In a scene captured on a recent episode of the long-running Bravo show, Kenya revealed sexually explicit photos of enemy Brit Edie on a poster to all her guests. Bravo blurred out the images as onlookers gasped. Roa cast members, including Portia Williams and Kelly Farrell, walked out of the party and discussed, "I did not want to stand there. It seemed like I was in agreement of anything." Portia told the cameras, "I don't support this." Kenya claimed she revealed the photos after her co-star Britt seemingly threatened her with talk about past. Hindsight is always 50-50. Kenya later said, "If I could do it all over again, I would The photos were very distasteful. I elevated the situation. Before. I'm taking full accountability for the things I've done. Why I feel threatened. I never had a child in a situation like this before, so that's why I escalated to the point where I was protecting not only myself but my child. Brooklyn had nothing to do with this. That was all on you. And by what she said, this on Tamar and Paul. So, Kenya is a single mom to her daughter, Brooklyn 6, as the USA exclusive report. She filed trademarks for her daughter to launch toys, clothing, and a lot of children's books after she was fired from the show. Does Brooklyn want to do this, or are you making Brooklyn do this so that way you can live through her like a dance mom? I'm just asking questions. And that is the end of it. You know, what do I think about this story? You know, I have a feeling, y'all, that maybe Kenya Moore, when it came to her hair spa and the maintenance and the work ethic and the sheer tactile vitality of running such a business, maybe she had this particular I'm trying to find it. Maybe she had this particular mindset.
It's not just feeding the hungry only on Thanksgiving. It's an everyday situation. You know what I mean? This is 265 days a year.
That is funny. 265 days? Where the hell that bitch live at?
It's not just
In Nene's words, where the hell that bitch live at? Anyway, y'all, like I said, I do hope everything works out for the stylist and staff and crew and, you know, everybody in between all around the world. Because nobody should have to lose their job. But when your boss plays stupid games, your boss gets stupid prizes, that then the staff, the crew, and everybody in between also gets stupid prizes. With that being said, I'm going to turn on my camera now because we done a whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Woo! Child. What a show. What a show, 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 what a show. Like I said, man, just what a show tonight. You know, I think the story that really surprised me the most was the fact that Elon Musk is actually looking for help to help Twitter out when he did all of that to his own platform. That was quite tragic, for one. So I will say that's probably the one that really got to me. The one that surprised me, but I was thoroughly delighted by, was the Tamar Braxton new show Caught in the Act Double Life. I think the first one is hosted by Tammy Ronan, but either way, I think Tamar has her own hit here. I really do. Because one thing Tamar knows how to do is she knows how to say what needs to be said. She definitely has the quiet part. She definitely says the quiet part out loud for sure, without question. Kenya Moore, the fact that her hair spa has been open in months is no surprise. Michelle ATLien, said that as well. So no surprise there. I'm really not surprised by that at all. So yeah, there is that. Michael Strahan trying to get a minority stake into the New York Giants. I think that's a wonderful thing. That would be absolutely incredible for sure. I truly feel that for Michael Strahan to be able to get a minority, a minority stake into a team that he played for 15 years is, carrying the legacy and diversifying the generational wealth for him and his peoples, as they say. So congratulations, Michael Strahan. Clarksville, Mississippi, you don't get to see Sinners at your high school in Clarksville. Make sure I get the city right, because Clarksdale, Mississippi, you guys don't get to see at Clarksdale High School at the football field. And the fact that Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan and Wumi Mosoko is going to be there. It's going to be amazing. I wish the whole cast was there, because that's going to be amazing. And more than likely, probably the whole cast will be there because it's based on this town. You know what I mean? So shout out to that, for for sure. Roku buying Friendly TV and potentially making it Roku TV. I'm not surprised by that move at all. Like I said, coming up at 8:30, we're going to be talking about YouTube Studios or Google Studios. And believe me, you definitely going to want to be here for this deep dive virtual tour live. It's going to be good for sure. We'll talk about that at 8:30. Stephen A. Smith being in a new episode of Law and Order is going to be quite interesting. And, you know, I'm proud of him for diversifying himself. But make sure you're doing it because you want to, not because you have to remain relevant. You know what I mean? Because authenticity is everything. NBC Universal coming up with their new company name called Versify. I will call the company Create Frequency, because each network has the frequency to create content. Each network vibrates at a different frequency of creating content, rather. So that's what I would say on that. Hopefully everything goes well for NBC Universal with them spin off the networks. And then Billy Bush not coming back to Extra. I'm quite sad. He was a good anchor, and you know, Extra helped him out, you know, for his comeback. So, you know, he will always be thankful to Warner Brothers television and everybody over there for sure. So yes, indeed, y'all, that is our show. What a show, I have to say. Yes, indeed. And like I said, we will be back here tonight. I'm sounding good. Thank you, Braylon. Like I said, we'll be back here tonight at 8:30, just in an hour for our YouTube Studios, Google Studios conversation. Wait till you see this, y'all. It is so big. I talked about before as a destination within our 8 destination roadmap, but this is going to be a deep dive live, so get ready for that at 8:30. So let me get the Daily Motivator up for all of you, and then we will head on out, my good friends. Yes, indeed, we will. So here we go, Daily Motivator, greatday.com. It's better to light one small candle than to curse the darkness. Confucius, very wise words, good sir. It's time for the Day Motivator for Tuesday, May 6th, 2025. The way to truth. How do you walk the fine line between openness and gullibility? How do you keep yourself receptive to new ideas and information without falling for hoaxes and frauds? You listen, you question, you listen again, you look for collaboration. Those who are truthful are eager to offer details, to be challenged, to provide references. The world is so full of amazing discoveries and developments. It's foolish to dismiss anything out of hand. Unfortunately, clever deception also abounds, making it just as foolish to blindly accept unsupported pronouncements. Just because a story supports a narrative you agree with doesn't make it true. Woo, child. Just because several high-profile experts disagree with something doesn't make it false. My Lord. The truth can be difficult to discern, yet it is not impossible and is worth the effort. Many of the factors that make falsehoods easy to promote also make truth more accessible than ever. The way to truth is not through any law or program or top-down scheme. Speaking of schemes, real quick, let me bring up this here. Let me see here. Y'all know the clip I'm about to bring. Oh my Lord Jesus! I have to, y'all. I have to at this point. Like it just is what it is. Here we go.
Ain't never got no pictures. I'm telling you a story, Mama. Well, it could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush.
Okay, two more times, y'all. 2 more times.
Ain't never got no pictures. I'm telling you a story, Mama. Well, it could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bullshit.
One more time.
He never got no picture. I'm just telling you a story, mama. Well, it could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bullshit.
But through individual responsibility and commitment to it, do the work and spend the time to know what is true and keep yourself open to all the wonder and value reality has to offer. Ralph Morrison. Oh, I love that clip so much. The way to truth. The first thing I would say, the way to truth is, it starts with you. And like I said in my response on that edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live, I think it was the morning edition, you cannot show a trail that that's never been created, right? So as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you are projecting onto others, it's really an internal reflection upon yourself. What you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself, and how you move as an individual, not the other way around. So the way to truth starts with the trail that you walk down, right? That's the first thing I will tell you about the way to truth. The second thing I'll tell you about the way to truth is, just because a story supports a narrative you agree with doesn't make it true. I was talking with some coworkers today about the state of the world that we're living in now. Just like, you got, the shoe industry that might be going away. You got movies from out of overseas that are going to be tariffed. You got this, that, and the third that really could destroy the economy as it is, but yet no one seems to care. Let me tell you that. Let me flip it, reverse rewind that. It's not that nobody seems to care, but people are very selective in what they want to invest in to care about. So the second thing about the way to truth is, allow yourself to not be one-dimensional. That's the second thing I tell you about the way to truth. And finally here, do the work and spend the time to know what is true. And keep yourself open to all the wonder and value reality has to offer. I fully agree with this. Do not allow for others' preconceived notions to dictate your movement, right? It's almost like coming for somebody on their platform where good to damn well you won't be able to hold your own on your own platform. Right? Do the work and spend time to know what is true. If you know that people are more of a divider than uniter, cut them off. If they have the energy of wearing capes, in the words of Etna, no capes. Get away from people who claim to be heroes when really they carry themselves around as a villain. And finally, some people, I've said this before, some people are closer to the grave to die than at the cradle to start living life. If you see somebody who is decrepit, broken, and just in the gutter of toxicity, please understand that they're closer to the end than at the beginning. Because people who are at the beginning of things, they're open-minded, they are about breathing through their work, but most of all, they don't mind that the work takes time to finish. So with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say one point special, because you are always one of us interests. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen. Be wise within. Call yourself as nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me, and hopefully by spending time with Gary Ross, we'll be great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, live your best life, or listen. You are just recognizing that sometimes sinners are not vampires. Sometimes the vampires are the ones who take the most from you and they never invest in you. Whoa, child. Whoa, that's a word. Sometimes the vampires are not the ones that are really vampires. Sometimes the vampires are the ones that take from you and don't give to you. Sometimes vampires are not real vampires. It's real vampires are the ones that take from you and never give to you. Make sure the replay is not just for whatever obstacles you have achieved upon this particular day. I'm extremely proud of you, but if no one's proud of you, be proud of your damn self. And finally, everybody, listen. No matter how much you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. And I think we need to recognize that everything does not need to be consumed. That some stuff is disease ridden. So with that being said, let me get my friend Olmec up here to take us out. By the way, this is D. Bradley Baker. I love his voice. He is one of the best legendary voices in Hollywood. So here we go. Take it away, my friend.
You could start by running to the room of the 3 gargoyles. Push in the right tongue, and a door might lead you down.
Flip reverse rewind back. Here we go.
You could start by running to the room of the 3 gargoyles. Push in the right tongue, and a door might lead you down a staircase into the wall climb. Here, you must choose your next path. You could race up to the observatory, spin the sundial, and pass into the room of the golden idols. Once there, push down on their bases to release the doors. That may take you below or lead you into the shrine of the silver monkey. Assemble the statue there, and you may be headed for the torch room. If the elevator is up, you could jump into the elevator and descend into the mine shaft. You might climb up the ladder or plow through the stone wall. Find the key, and it may unlock the tombs of the ancient kings, allowing you to climb into the spider's lair. If you escape, you may have a chance to sit upon the throne of the pretender. If the correct door is unlocked, you'll be able to crawl into the pit of despair and finally make your way through the cave of sighs back to the temple gate. The choices are yours and yours alone. Good luck.
And with that being said, commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's to come, and for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love. I'll send it right back to you. If this is your last live for the evening, good night to you. I hope you have a wonderful night. For the rest of you, I will see you at 8:30 for our YouTube studios or Google Studios breakdown overview. Y'all need to be here for this, because I do have a feeling that this is a very significant move happening in the creator economy. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love. And I send it right back to you. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, we hustle all day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Ay, hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
New Orleans don't make a lick of sense to most people. A big city built below sea level that throws logic out the window and beads to strangers. And our chicken is no different. A fast food restaurant selling fried chicken that takes 12 hours to marinate? That makes no sense. But it does make delicious. The best recipe for big flavor ain't about logic. Because you know magic when you see it or when you taste it. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from.
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that They have undermined your success, and they have tried to sabotage your seasons. But you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.